Hello captains, welcome back to another episode. My name is Adam and this is a very dark prepared version 4.3, and we are on the sunny coast of Spain, in Malaga in fact. Now I decided to do this video at sort of like 7 o'clock in the morning just because I really wanted to showcase a bit of lighting, and also I know we really can't see much of the buildings and that, but something I've noticed in doing all these videos is that the buildings look a lot better sometimes with the right kind of lighting on them. Obviously you've got the runway lights and everything lighting up there, and you know, but airports sometimes look cooler. The land even looks cooler at sort of different times. And if I just go to the time preview and we sort of bump this up as if it was noon, now that's the time that I usually do the recordings, and as you can see, it's a very different looking world. You can see the grass textures, you can see everything really, even the sort of detail on the land here, but when you do that it's all kind of very different indeed. Plus also when we do the lighting, the video, sorry, at midday, we don't get to see one add-on ever, and I just wanted to showcase that one as well, which is Stargazer, the Chris Bell designed Stargazer add-in, which basically is what you're seeing in the night sky. It replicates all the positioning of the stars, and these are the actual positionings for the stars. All the constellations are there. Any astrologer will be able to pick out, and they're all like, the planets are there as well, and it's a really fun and good addition, and it is much better than the default sort of P3D. So that's the reason why we're at this time, and this is part one, and in the second part of this video we're going to install SimWings Malaga Professional and see the difference at this time in the morning that it kind of makes. Now, you might not actually see the difference, really. So, but it is going to get lighter as we go along. So, let's take off. I mean, at the moment, Rex Airports HD is handling our airport here. So everything you see off to the side there, or everything in the shadows off to the side there, is Rex Airport HD. The terrain mesh is FS Global Ultimate Next Generation. The buildings here, all the houses and stuff like that, they're being handled by a mixture of Prepared, and the scenery tiling, the terrain is being handled by Orbex Global Base. Obviously the positioning of everything is being handled by Vector, Orbex Vector, and Orbex Europe Land Class. The lighting I have, I'm going to put a description of the night lighting I use. It's a combination of 2 or 3 different add-ons. Orbex is one of them, which primarily I think takes care of the airport ones, but also some of the city stuff, but there's also other ones going on as well, and I'll put the add-on details of the night lighting in the description. Just flying over it this time, you really kind of get a sense of like just how beautiful it can be to fly at certain times of the day. But as I say, it would look very different if I moved this to the time that I usually fly, which is noon. As you can see, everything looks a lot different, and in fact the positioning of everything is horrendous. Look at that. That's just, oh my gosh. Obviously the clouds in the sky, there's no stars now. The terrain off to the distance here looks acceptable, looks fine. Buildings look okay. The airport looks acceptable. you know, it's the integration of everything though just doesn't mesh. I mean, look at that street, and then it's all over the place. But if we put it back to our time, it looks a lot different. And you know, I know it's nighttime, but even if I just advance this just a little bit, even if I sort of just put this, even just by the smidgen, you know, that looks a lot better than what we had before, you know. So that's Malaga basically. I mean, oh my gosh, it's just so gorgeous, you know. Oh, and I've changed a couple of settings. I'll admit. In the last video, I said about my refresh rate for my monitor, which is a 4K television, as well as the video adapter card settings. I've changed them. I've locked my settings now, using the refresh rate synced to the monitor, and then set my frames to unlimited. So it will try and aim for 30 frames, but I found that this is the smoothest flying to date. Now it might be a bit stuttery because I'm recording, it generally is, but in the sim right now it's very smooth, steady 30 to 35 frames even at this time, which at night time I understand, or even at the dusk of dawn, it's heavier on your frames because of not only the sky colors that are being laid out as well, which are invective textures, sky colors, but also all your night lighting is laid out, and still the scenery and buildings they still on the floor even if you can't really see them. So you've got extra processes running. So gosh, this is just so gorgeous, you know. The only, I suppose, niggle I have here is that I can't really see any traffic. Oh yes, they are. There they are. I can see the traffic moving. Sorry about that. So, that's Malaga. Let's just do a flyover during the day of the airport, because we really want to get a sense of what the airport looks like during the day, because the add-on that I've got, which I believe is just the airport and some of the surrounding countryside, is primarily what we're going to be looking at. So Rex Airport HD at the moment are handling our textures for our grass, our runway, the buildings, and you know, they're HD textures, they're high definition, you know, and even at scaled at 4K, they look fantastic. There's absolutely nothing wrong. The traffic I've got here is my traffic 6. I will be getting global traffic soon, and evidently they have some fantastic models. I do kind of wish though that the traffic global would have older liveries and older airlines and older planes on, because I would like to see DC-10s flying around, but it doesn't. Whereas my traffic 6, you can import traffic into it and planes into it, and it does actually have, I believe, DC-10s. So that's pretty cool. But everything looks pretty nice. Everything looks great. So I'm going to go away now. I am going to install SimWings Malaga X, and we shall come back here and see what it looks like. I'll see you in a mo. Hello, welcome back to part 2 of this video. So I've gone away. I've installed the Malaga scenery, which is the Malaga scenery which was designed for sort of P3D and FSX, and it's not the SimWings professional version, which was designed exclusively for version 4 P3D. But I gotta say, it looks pretty okay, even though it's an older version of it. These green lights though are a bit weird, I feel. But the night lighting is absolutely fine. The lampposts there are you know, okay. The lighting is a little bit not as cool or as classy as what we saw in the previous part of the video. but the textures are at this time of the day are absolutely fine. I quite like it. There obviously has been more air addition to lighting. So let's get into the plane now, and we shall take to the skies. You can tell that there's been more night lighting added, but there's also been extra terrain textures and extra mesh added. So we'll see what it looks like from the sky. Now, as always, we're placed on the taxiway with Aerosoft software. We'll just go to the runway, which I think must be around here. Yep. So there we go. Oh, here's the runway. Right, okay. So I do like the runway lighting. It looks very nice, and the airport lighting off to the right there, which we can see, that looks very nice. Can't see it there. It's just over there. Yeah. I think it's frames wise hasn't really changed our frames. Our frames are still sort of between 25 to 35. So it hasn't really affected performance, but I bet you it's made a difference of what the textures look like, for sure. I don't know what it is, but there's something flying about at this time in the morning. Just beautiful. So here, textures here, can't really see them at the moment. But what we're going to do is we're going to fly out. We're going to turn to the right now and check out what the airport looks like, which should be just behind us, really. So we have a look here. Should be able to see it a little bit there. You can tell the textures have night lighting as well on them. There's a night season and a day season to Malaga, and we should see a difference, especially over here with the land. I can tell that there's a slight difference in the curvature of the hills and stuff like that. A bit more defined, a bit more realistic, to be honest. That is quite gorgeous. And the lighting, it really brings it. There's a harbour here I can see. I love the look of that harbour and the water, and it looks really nice. It looks really gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So we should, I think we should check it out what it looks like during the day as well. So, because obviously we can't see the textures that well here, and I want to see what they look like. So let me just have a see here. Yeah, can't really see them, can we? So what we can do is get the time preview up and change it like forward a couple of hours, and then we'll be able to see what it looks like. So I'll do. So looking out now, yeah, you can see the textures now. They look a lot better. They look more photoreal. The airport has definitely changed for the better. It blends in better with the rest of everything. It all looks really nice, and there's a bit of plane taking off there. The buildings, they look nice. The bridges, they connect up, and there's traffic flowing, and they look well. And the textures underneath the bridges look photoreal, I think, in this light. Yeah, definitely big improvement here. You can see everything. Oh gosh, it's so gorgeous looking. There's waves there. Buildings, I think the buildings haven't been designed by Aerosoft, haven't been made. I think they are the buildings we saw before, but just they're the ones that have been placed by Aerosoft. So I think what we're going to do now is do a low fly over the airport just to check out what it looks like difference it looks like. Let's see how low we can go without crashing, and just check out in the daytime what the airport looks like. I think it's been nicely detailed, nicely modeled. It's a big improvement what we saw before. You can see a plane there. I think that plane has been added as part of the airport. I don't remember seeing that plane there before. We just passed down here. The EasyJets and the other planes are still there. Yeah, it looks very nice. Out to the distance, looks incredible. There's the terminals there, the gates. They look really nice. Yeah, everything looks absolutely amazing. And even back in the night time, I think you know it still looks amazing. I'm really pleased with this one. And you know, I mean, look at that. That's just amazing. That's, you know, I think I'll be coming to fly here more often, you know. And if anybody wants me to do any trips in the C152, please don't hesitate. In the comment section, let me know where you want me to fly, and I'll go on VATSIM and I'll fly those areas. Although on VATSIM I'll be in the C172, but or in fact, yeah, I'll probably won't even fly VATSIM. I'll probably just do an offline trip here. You know, anywhere anybody wants me to. So just let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. Malaga looks just amazing, doesn't it? You know, with the textured lighting and the sky and the stars. I mean, that's a beautiful view. That is. Oh gosh. Right. So, thank you for watching this. In the next video, we're gonna go over to America and see what Washington looks like on the east coast of America. See where the Pentagon sits and all that, and head over to the Ronald Reagan Airport. I have Washington X from Dreswick Design, so we're going to fly through there and see what it looks like before and then after. So that'll be in our next video. And say it, anybody wants me to fly here, please let me know. Thanks for watching. Keep it flying.